Hello, everyone, and welcome to OurVentura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. On today's show, we're welcoming Stephen Glenn. He is a management analyst with Ventura Water for the city of Ventura. And I'd like to welcome you to the show. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great. I'd like to hear a little bit more about all that you do for many of us here in Ventura County with the water department and what we can expect for some of the changes that will be coming about as well.
Great. Yeah. So as you stated, my name is Stephen Glenn, and I am the management analyst here at Ventura Water.
Okay.
I think I have one of the better jobs here at the city. It's a lot of fun. So I'm in charge of all of our rebate and incentive programs. So I manage all of those, as well as our outreach and communication. So we get to interface a lot with the community, which is great. We get to help them save water and hopefully a little bit of money as well. And I think right now, with everything going on with the drought, it's, my job is under a magnifying glass and I get a lot of attention. So
very good. Well, water is a very, very precious commodity these days. Everybody knows that. So with so many of the water restrictions and water conservation in place, just where does all this water come from that we do need? And what can we expect that's going to happen with all that now?
Yeah, so great question. So the city of Ventura is really unique in the sense that all of the water that we receive here comes from local sources. So we have two surface water sources, which are Lake Casitas and the Ventura River, as well as 3 groundwater sources as well. And we do have a little bit of recycled water that helps irrigate the golf courses and such like that, about 3%. So that's what makes the city really unique. I think, with all the drought news, folks in Southern California are they're starting to almost kind of freak out, and that's because they're dependent on one source from state water. So here in Ventura, we kind of diversify our sources. We don't have all of our eggs in one basket, and that makes us a little bit more resilient in a situation like this. So, and as far as drought regulations, late in May, the State Water Resources Control Board did adopt emergency drought regulations in response to the ongoing drought. And what they asked local urban water suppliers to do was enact the demand reduction measures under their water shortage event contingency plan. So under stage 2 of that plan. And then they also asked water suppliers to enforce a ban on irrigation of non-functional turf at commercial properties.
Okay.
So they've defined non-functional turf as any area of grass that it doesn't serve a recreational purpose, essentially. So those areas will need to be shut off. And part of our stage 2 measures is, we're stepping up outreach and conservation measures on a citywide, on the city side. And we're just asking our residents to take a voluntary 20% reduction in their water usage at this time.
So basically that due to these drought regulations, that's how it's going to impact us all, is that we're going to have to conserve, all the way around, everybody, as much as we can.
Definitely. Yeah. And like I said, right now it's we're asking for a voluntary 20% reduction.
Okay.
That could change if we don't see the reductions that we need to hit. And, stricter regulations city side could come into place, and maybe more watering restrictions and drought rates and things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now, basically, you're just asking people here to try to conserve as much as possible. And that is important for everybody. What is the city doing to address the drought situation in that regard? I mean, are we going to have more water brought in, or what will there be in the future?
Yeah, so long-term, the city does have multiple capital improvement projects, but the two big kind of highlighted water supply projects are the State Water Interconnection Project. So that's the first one. And that is going to be a 7-mile pipeline that actually connects us to state water.
Okay.
So, maybe in a year like this, with other agencies on state water, they're looking at some pretty severe restrictions, but in the future, that should really benefit our water supply.
Okay.
The next long-term water supply project that we have on board is called the Ventura Water Pure Program. Okay. So this is what they call a potable reuse project. These are becoming really popular up and down the state. So currently, water that goes down your drain, it goes to our treatment facility and it's treated to tertiary standards, and then it's discharged into the estuary or used as recycled water. So what the Ventura Water Pure program is going to do is, instead of discharging that water into the estuary, it's going to pipe it over to an advanced treatment facility.
Okay.
And that facility is going to, it's an ultra purification process, and it's going to treat it to drinking water quality standards. And then that water will be injected back into the groundwater and then retrieved at a later point. So that is going to, be a long-term drought resilient solution for the city and provide water for future generations.
Very good. So let's talk about what we could do as homeowners, business owners. Let's talk about some of the ways we can actually save that water. Give us some suggestions.
Yeah, great. So, first I want to start out and say that Ventura has always been, I would say, top of their game in conserving water.
Right.
Since 2013, we have reduced more than 20%, which is, it's really good. So right now, I think it's a great time to just kind of check back in. Mostly, first start with the behavioral things. So things like taking a shorter shower and, turning off the water while you're brushing your teeth, things like that, behavioral changes to actually just reduce your water consumption. So that's the first thing, is just become cognitive of how and where you're using your water, and see if you can just scale it back a little bit, reduce times just by a minute or two on your irrigation timers. And that can save a lot of water, because a majority of the water we use actually is for irrigating our landscape and used outdoors. So, small changes outside, behavioral changes can make a huge difference. And then I would say the other thing is changing your fixtures over to high efficiency options. So, changing your sprinkler heads out to either MP rotators or high efficiency nozzles. Changing over to a weather-based irrigation controller can make big changes.
Right.
Changing your shower heads to low flow shower heads. And the city does offer a lot of these devices and fixtures, either through rebate programs or we give them out. So things like shower heads, automatic hose shut off nozzles, you can just give us a call and we will give you those devices for you to use. And then we do have a really robust lineup of rebate and incentive programs as well. So we can go through each one of those. Like I said, it is pretty robust. We have a really great program, I think better than most of our neighbors. So we're really proud of the program that we run here. So we do have indoor and outdoor rebate and incentive programs. So as far as our indoor programs, we do have rebates for high efficiency washing machines and high efficiency toilets. So you can swap those out, send us in an application, and we will actually send you a rebate check for those.
That's always a good thing. That's
Definitely.
always important. Right.
Yeah,
how about outside? What about landscaping?
Yeah, so outside, I'll touch on one more indoor device that we offer, which is really great. It's really popular. It's called the Instant Hot Water Recirculating Pump.
Okay.
So you wake up in the morning, you go to take a shower, and you turn on the water, and you have to wait for all that hot water to hit your fixture. So all of that water, until you're waiting for the hot water to get there, is just going down the drain. So this pump actually creates a loop, and it's on a timer. As soon as you turn on your hot water, it's right there at that fixture. So no more water wasted down the drain. So that's it for our indoor program. So now we'll jump into our outdoor program. So the one that's been around for the longest is going to be our turf removal rebate. So we brought this on board in the last drought, and it's been extremely popular. We've kept it around. So residents can actually receive a $2 rebate when they remove their lawn and replace it with a water-wise landscape. So they do have to apply for that program before they start their project, just to make sure that everything looks good. So go ahead and apply for that project. We'll give you the thumbs up, and then you can replace your lawn, and we'll send you a rebate check. So $2 a square foot for removing your lawn. So we are hoping to maybe raise that rebate amount too in the future. So look forward to that.
That's great. That's a big incentive right there.
It is. Yeah, it's great. And then the other outdoor programs we offer might be even a little bit better. So our other outdoor programs that we offer, they're all kind of lumped under one program. It's called the Irrigation Retrofit program.
Okay.
So under this program, we will actually come in and swap out your existing sprinkler heads with a high efficiency model. We will give you a smart irrigation controller, which is completely weather-based and has the opportunity to be completely autonomous. And we will also come and give you drip for free. So not only do we give you these devices for free, but under this program, we actually give you professional installation as well. And that's completely free to residents of the city of Ventura. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Well, in closing, could you give us the website so we can get all this information that we all desperately need to save water?
Of course. Yeah. So if you want to learn more about any of our programs or even our current water situation, you can visit our website at Venturawater.net. You can also give us a call at area code 805-667-6500, or you can send us an email at myvtawater@cityofventura.ca.gov.
Great information. Can't wait to, take a look at it. It would be very, very helpful to so many people.
Great.
Thank you so very much, Stephen Glenn with Ventura Water here for the city of Ventura. We encourage everybody to take a look at the website to save where we can. Thank you again. Thank all of you for joining us today on Our Ventura TV. We look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, everyone.